Welcome to Bite-Sized Buddhism. Today, we're going to talk about the teachings of the Buddha. His teachings is also known as the Dharma. What is the meaning of Dharma? The meaning of Dharma means to uphold. To uphold what, you ask? To uphold the laws of nature. And what are the laws of nature? The law of nature is the law of cause and effect. It is also called determinism, where all events happening now is determined by a previous cause. For example, we all know the life cycle of water. It evaporates due to heat, condenses, and becomes clouds. The cycle repeats itself when rain pours down from clouds and goes back to earth. In Buddhism, as with determinism, human action has its causes and effects. For example, speech causes actions. And what causes speech and action? Speech and action are caused by intentions or one's motivations. Depending on one's motivations, speech or action is produced. If the mind's motivation comes from anger or greed for selfish reasons, it will cause speech and actions that causes suffering or dis-ease to others. Greed and anger can also cause suffering for oneself, because guilt might arise from these actions. But if the mind's motivation comes from love and peace, it will cause speech and actions that bring calm to oneself and others. In turn, it also lifts the mind of the person who offered loving and peaceful thoughts. If you look at it, anger causes retaliation because the other person lashed out at needs to feel balance, and so he or she often defend their view. And also, if we lie to someone close to us whom we trust, we have to feel the imbalance of it, such as a guilty conscience or the inability to sleep well. And this is the experience for the majority of us. It is not just emotional balance that goes out of whack if we behave in certain ways towards others. Even our actions on earth causes the weather balance to tilt. So as you can see, there are causes and effects, and nature likes to be balanced. Since our actions can have consequences on our environment as well as towards others and the self, how can we think, speak, and act without being out of balance with the laws of nature? There are 5 precepts which lay Buddhists take. These are not commandments in which all Buddhists are forced to take. It is from understanding the Dharma that one naturally does not transgress these precepts, because a person who naturally understands the balance in nature would see the wisdom in these precepts. The Buddha said the Dharma can be seen as he exalted to his students. "O monks, I say that the destruction of mental pain and stress is for a person who sees and who knows, not for a person who does not know and does not see." In Buddhism, we take 3 refuges in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. We chant homage to the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. And this is what we chant to the Dharma. The Dharma of the Blessed One is perfectly expounded, to be seen here and now, not delayed in time, inviting one to come and see, onward leading to Nibbana, to be known by the wise, each for himself. Each time we Buddhists chant this, we are reminded that the Dharma is to be seen here and now, and to be known by the wise for himself only. No one can pass this vision of the Dharma to you, and not even the Buddha. Seeing the Dharma is not seeing with the eyes, it is experiencing it with your mind. This experiencing of Dharma in your mind is not related to everyday sense material objects, or even your everyday mundane thoughts. In the time of the Buddha, the Brahmins, or known as the Hindus today, practiced their religion through oral tradition handed down by different schools and teachers. Most Brahmins during the time of the Buddha had become quite lost and were not practicing properly. There were many philosophical debates held at that time in India. A young Brahmin who is intellectually brilliant asked the Buddha one day, There are ancient scriptures or books by unbroken oral tradition of texts held by the Brahmins to be the truth, while everything else is false. What does Venerable Gautama say about this? The Buddha replied, "Is there any one single teacher or teacher of teachers of Brahmins to the original author who claims he knows and he sees? This alone is the truth, and everything else is false." The young Brahmin said, "No." The Buddha then replied, "Then it is like a line of blind men, each holding on to the preceding one. The first one does not see, the middle one does not see, the last one does not see. It seems to me that the state of Brahmins is like that of a line of blind men." The Buddha stressed to the Brahmin, "It is not proper for a wise man who maintains and protects truth to come to the conclusion, this alone is truth, and everything else is false. To be attached to one thing, such as a certain belief or view, and to look at other views as inferior, this is what a wise man would call a fetter or a bond." The interesting thing about Buddhism is, the Buddha did not ask his students to attach to his teachings as the absolute truth. He said his teaching is like a raft, which a man works hard to build and to escape from this side of the river, which is full of danger. The raft is then used to help the man cross to the other side, which is safe from all dangers. Would it be proper to beach this raft on the shore or moor it and left it afloat, and then go on your way wherever it may be? Remember, this man has already reached the shore of safety, and so he does not need the raft anymore. The disciple said, "No, it would not be proper to beach this raft on the shore or moor it and left it afloat to go our way." Then the Buddha replied, "O monks who understand that the teaching is similar to a raft, should give up even good things, how much more then should you give up evil things?" This simile clearly showed the Buddha's teaching is meant to carry our minds to safety, where it leads to happiness and tranquility. And this is called Nibbana in Buddhism. The mind neither attached to good nor to bad, so it is not bonded to anything at all. And this is the non-attachment to conditioned truths or views. We've come to the end of today's lesson. In the spirit of Buddhism, we hope you can further investigate if what is shared here resonates with you. Do not just believe or disbelieve what is shared. Thank you and see you in the next lesson.